I've been sick for the past few days. It's pain that started in the middle gut. Sitting like this, I don't know if my lack of movement contributed to it, but it's inflammation in the guts that just got worse over time, worse over the next couple of days. It's been about 4 days, and I'm still feeling problems. Like when I walk, when there's movement, there's like little kinks. But when it started out, I look back on the beginnings of what could have led to it, and I think the Canadian fires and breathing in all that smoke. There's just a lot of smoke. You could see the haze all around me, and it was all throughout the middle part of the northern North Dakota and into Minnesota. It was just there were reports that the smoke was in Wisconsin too, so there's no escaping it. And I really didn't want to go south because it's hot. It's just still a little too hot right now for this in the summertime. But I had to deal with the smoke for a few weeks leading up to this sickness, and I think the smoke affects my immune system. And I was watching WATOP, that YouTube channel, and they said that sandstorms bring in disease. So, I mean, fires are going to bring in all that smoke. That's going to carry disease too. I had problems with it in Pembina, North Dakota, breathing in that smoke. It was affecting my heart for a little bit. I felt the struggle walking around with my walking sticks outside, and I've had to spend time outside. I spent sleeping outside and hang out. Sometimes I get liberty to go inside the library during the daytime, but that's not a lot of time. So I was breathing in a lot of that smoke, and there were some weird health problems. But I think that there's the immediate problems of the heart and the lungs, but I think there was also other internal stuff going on, breaking down, and I think that's what led to my gut inflammation. But furthermore, eating raisins and dates make me fart a lot, and I think those contributed to my problem as well with the gut inflammation. Just there was a buildup of gas, and then just some kind of destruction, some kind of infection that happened. And it started out like I was thirsty for a little while, like I couldn't thirst with regular water. So I just drink regular water, and I'm like, this isn't doing it. Like this right now, the water tastes a little satisfying, but in the early stages, before the pain developed, I couldn't really drink water and enjoy it. So it's so strange. And yeah, I felt fine though. Besides that, but I was hungry. I was really hungry, and I was turning to sweets quite a bit. The raisins, the dates, and I knew they made me cause gas problems, but they're easy to eat. And and then also the 10 grains. I cooked 10 grains, which I recently found, and there's rice in that, which contributes to uh, esophagus inflammation, and that was coming. That I was feeling a little of that, so I had to cut back on the 10 grain. I had a couple of pots. It's tasty, but I mean, the rice gives me esophagus issues, the inflammation, which can lead to cancer. Apparently, rice eaters have a tendency to get esophagus cancer more than wheat eaters. That's been like an interesting study, and it might have, I think, traveling through the digestive system, getting into the lower bowels, cause issues in that way. There's a little breakdown in that respect. And then the pain happens, and there was a lot of warmth. I think I got the infection. I think I got a fever, but I never measured it. I don't have a mouth thermometer, So I don't know, but I felt warm. It was like, it felt like the weather outside got really warm. I was sweating a little bit, dry mouth a little bit later. Like things are just like burnt up inside, and then that with the pain, and yeah, I was like not, my brain was in a fog on the second day. I was just in this fog. I had the pain, and it felt like sepsis maybe, and I couldn't get rid of it with ginger. I've tried several different teas, couldn't quite get rid of it. Yeah, I felt the tightness and the kind of slight pain when I moved just a little bit there. It's really a slow progressive type of disease, and it's so deep in the bowels. It's like, it seems like I just can't reach it. It's not like I cut myself on my finger and I can monitor that injury and take care of it. It's visual, make a visual assessment of it. This is a deep inside the bowel type of injury, and I just I don't know. I tried jumping, and that released gas. I'd fart more when I could jump. I think a trampoline could maybe help. The movements, the when the pain first started, I think maybe if I would have moved more, I just sat at a computer, kind of like I'm sitting here in my car, and I was just hunched over, tightening. As soon as that pain started, I should have been trying to do more other movements instead of sitting at the computer, as it just got worse and worse and turned into an infection, like it broke through a barrier of some kind. So that's so I suffered with the fog and the pains, and I was tired all the time, sleeping more, just taking a break from life and just having to sit. I felt some relief from jumping. I felt some relief from laying on a picnic table on a hard surface on my back. I felt relief, like I'm straightening out my spine. Like it's helpful to straighten out the spine, and then stretch and then shake up the guts. I think there's a lot of movement things, a lot of movement issues to consider with this. Dietary, I mean, yeah, with all the smoke in the air, the environmental issue, the air cleared up. Actually, after I got sick the next day, suffering, the air was clear because it rains, and I didn't really notice any smoke. A lot of times the environment really gets to me. So it's just, I've been slowly getting, I think slowly getting better, but there's been moments that, right, just certain movements are bad. They're just, I feel like I don't want to do much. I haven't exercised as much. I'm not prioritizing exercise as much because of this, the kinks, the tight kinks and stuff. This is some kind of IBS. I thought salmonella, so something in the gut that's inflamed, got sick, and it has a potential to kill me, I believe, if it could get worse. So uh, it's something that's happened again. This is about the third or fourth time now. It's been 2 years since the last one. It's been a long time, but this one happened, and the previous two were really bad. Like I was taking aspirin to kill the pain. This one, the pain didn't get as bad, but still, and the exercise I think helped. That's why I've been able to prevent any serious issues. But yeah, it's still coming. Even though I'm exercising more, it's still a bit of a problem.